In terms of design elements within Vinegar Tom, the first specific element that I chose were costume designs or the costumes within the show. Um, I think as an audience member, they impacted me because they helped me establish the status of the character. For example, Alice, her mother Joan, Susan, and the Cunning Woman all dressed more so in rags and duller colors, kind of establishing that they are from a lower, more so working class. Whereas Jack and Marjorie, like, still dressed nicely, but more so also in the duller colors, also establishing that they are working class, but presuming that it's like a more so middle working class as opposed to lower working class. And then at the beginning of the show, Alice's lover, he is wearing, well, she, the character, the actor portraying her lover, is wearing more so of like a dark velvet color, which I think establishes nobility as well as a higher upper class. He's from some form of hierarchy, as well as Betty, because Betty, she's wearing also the kind of velvet tones to it, and presuming that she is from also an upper class. And how this design element contributed to the storytelling of the play, it helped establish the time period because, especially in that time period in England, people weren't really walking around in clothes that we wear today. So the costume choices and design choices contributed to helping establish what time period the play was taking place in. And for my second specific element or moment, I chose to talk about the lighting effect when specifically Alice, Joan, and the Cunning Woman, as well as Susan, are being held in jail by Henry Packer and Goody because they're being accused of being witches. Um, and the lighting effects really help to establish the dark and kind of dungeon side of it all, and really focused on how it um, was a really awful time and just this really gloomy time and how they were suffering, and the four shadows and silhouettes on the stage from the lights kind of created that each of the women were in their own cell, which I found very interesting. But more so, it really established just the scene and really what was going on and helped um, basically made the impact on the audience that it was just an awful situation to be in an awful place, an awful time.